all this shit. All right, so I pull up on dude and I hop out. And I ain't had. Now him, I probably would have gave a couple of dollars, but who the hell carries cash? I don't have no cash. So, but like I said, I'm offering him something that's way better. Not because I'm listening, like a liberal, lending him an ear. And I'm trying to hip him, because I know why he was in my path, and is like, and he's older than me, and he sees what I got, and he wants the check I got. It's like because he's like I said, he's saying stuff that I had said before on purpose, 'cause I wanted somebody to say it. And sure enough, just like now, that's why I'm doing this. Whenever I go back to work, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, somehow, maybe another homeless dude who worked for our company, he's going, oh, I got my medical records on me. Because, the last dude, he had his pills. And I'm like, well, why are you showing me? You should be going to an appointment. Or actually, at the county office, you don't need an appointment. You just got to go sit there and wait till they call your name and go sign in. Every time I went in Birmingham, that's what I did. You just go sit. And, you talk to the guy. He starts typing. And, I'm like, oh, I just got out the hospital. I was in there for 6 months, blah, 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 blah. And this and that and da, da, da. I don't think I had to go into why too much. But anyway, like I said, every time, 8, 9 months later, got another increase. Did 3 times. I think I only went 3 or 4 times since I've been out. But anyway, I didn't have to take none of this. You go when you, like, say if you're from here, it don't matter where you're from. Soon, if you should have at least your DD 214. So you get out, and a thing someone else told me when I was, that's what I'm saying. Everything for me, a lot of things, not everything is. I was at this a certain spot with a certain person, because you got to remember, everything, not just in the military, it's the person who's training you. If you got a shit trainer, you might be shit too. Now, if you're a good person, I mean a good whatever, you physically smart and all that, you're good. But you got a shit trainer, you still gonna be good, but you're not gonna be. I don't know. You're gonna have the wrong attitude or something, maybe. But for some, I was blessed. I guess it was on purpose. Everybody who trained always say everything they told me to this day is still correct, and I can still fall back and remember what these guys told me, or even a female or whatever. Like when I was leaving, though, the last few days I was in the army, the guy said, "Take your records and go to your city hall in your town, any veteran or anybody in the army." Like I said, I don't know if everybody gets told this. It might be something they tell everybody, but from what I'm hearing, I don't think so. Just happened to be that guy. Maybe he knew this. Like a little E6, E5 or whatever. I don't know. He's like, take your DD 214 down to City Hall, and yeah, it's free. Have them make a copy of it. I think this is a copy, but this thing, I didn't tape it up. I done taped it up, but it might be the copies. So he's like, you always have it for the rest of your life or whatever. It's always gonna be in City Hall. Go down to the, whatever it is, records, and they'll, you know, make a copy for you for free. And so that's what I did. I'm just saying that has nothing to do with medical discharge. I'm just saying that was just something he told me. All right, but then, like I said, I always to this day you can see, it's all this and that and da da da. And keep them wherever I go. They going with me. But uh, for I guess it's over 20 years now. But anyway, the my medical records, and like I said, even I said, I guess there are people with a medical record this thick, and they might not have bad, super bad injury. A lot of them is, especially jumping out of planes is usually the usual. Because every time you go, it's gonna be another pain. So back pain or knee pain, my knees. But to this day, my back on my knees really don't hurt, except for I had a spinal tap. I never said that till just now. There's nothing secret. I'm just saying. I forgot. It was early on when I first got out. I was still having seizures, and they couldn't figure out why I was having this in Birmingham, the VA. Because sometimes I joke because it was too. I remember it was two young doctors doing it, two females, like real small Asian chicks. And I barely remember because I kept going. That's when I was having so many, like on damn near in a coma. And you know that when they do a spinal tap, they gotta turn you on the side. And yeah, it hurts. And every once in a while, I can feel it, like when I'm standing up all day where they did it. But I barely, I was had been and out for so many days, in and out. Yeah, I barely remember. Real small Asian chicks, look like maybe they just got out of medical school, or maybe they might have been old, but they were just real small. And they doing the rubbing, rubbing my, shoulders, because that shit hurt. It's spinal tap. It is making so bad. I think I woke up for a little bit and I didn't know a spinal tap was a real thing because I'm an '80s kid, '70s baby, '80s. Remember the movie This Is Spinal Tap? I don't know if it came out in the '70s, but Cinemax days, like in like '85, '86. This is Spinal Tap. So I thought it was a rock and roll thing. But then immediately when they said, "Oh, we got to you see if it's spinal meningitis," something like that. Why I kept having seen. I said, "Oh shit." I thought about it. I said, "Oh, all my whole life, since I was in middle school or grade, I thought Spinal Tap was just a band or a movie or something." And now I'm finna have one, and I knew it hurt. I mean, obviously they digging their teeth, but anyway, that's not here. Okay, let me get back to what I was talking about. Why the revelation I had when I was talking to dude. This is I got a whole lot of hospital stories, but the dude, I'm sitting there telling him, and he's telling me, he's doing because I had talked about a warehouse, but I'm like, first of all, the warehouse, I wasn't in the 82nd. That was after I got hurt, and I couldn't jump no more because of the seizures. So I left and went to Fort Eustis. See what this say? This ain't got my name. This say Fort Eustis. That was the last post I had, and before I only did 2 years there before I got my medical discharge. I re-enlisted for 4. But anyway, the so this guy, this is like I said about 8 months ago. But but I think he really did work but that means his whole career he was like in, which is fine. His whole not career, but 4 years he was in, and he's older than me, so I think he was in like 89 or something like 88. He was, that's fine. Like one of my buddies, one of my best buddies. He was a supply guy. We used to go everywhere, go home. Matter of fact, he was from Birmingham. We went to high school, didn't even know. We was the same age. Obviously, we wouldn't know each other. But once we got in the 80s, well, he was in the 82nd. But, he's a supply guy. Turned out he lived like 5-10 minutes from me. Well, by car, like 10-15 minutes from me the whole time. In Birmingham, our family's still there. But anyway, that ain't the point. So I'm not dissing, warehouse, desk jockey. I talk shit, but it's just a joke. Nothing like that. Seriously, the shit hit the fan. Yeah, they the supply people. Shit, they got to resupply. You better be best homies with them. Food, everything, water, gas, diesel fuel, anything. I mean, they got all it. That's them. But the warehouse I was in was at Fort Eustis, which is a training for the truck drivers. It was an 88 Mike. Is that the MOS number? 88 Mikes, I think. Matter of fact, he was an 88 Mike. He wanted to supply. He was an 88 Mike. He just was the commander's driver, and basically a Humvee driver. But so basically he ain't do shit. But like I said, matter of fact, that when I be talking about, we used to be every Saturday, whatever, the weekend, we playing. This like 94, 95. Yeah, we're playing. And then I bought the first PlayStation. I think I bought it when it first came, the first week it came out. Like in, what is that, 96, 95 probably. PlayStation. We're playing Tekken. Then we broke that. And, back to playing Sega. Oh, but anyway, okay, I'm getting on subject. Back to dude. He starts talking about, I'm like, I was just talking about, I knew y'all was going to, play victim and and had this homeless vet. And just like I tell all of them, like, dude, you got to go to your appointments. But I guess he thought he had the answer. And really, because he's like, I don't have my records and da-da-da. And I think he said Texas, Fort Hood. He was at Fort Hood station. And I'm like, well, as he said, they're probably still in the hospital. Like I got mine. And it hit me. I said, the reason I got mine And I'm not saying he wasn't hurt. He said he got injuries doing what he's doing, working. That's why he kept saying, I was working in. He did. He said, I was working in the warehouse. I knew they was, mocking his superiors were mocking me, gang stalker superiors. But I think he was serious. I think they found him, and because he said, matter of fact, when I saw him, he said he had just got here. So I think they pulled this dude all the way from wherever he was and brought him all the way here, states over. Just they did. I don't know what they gang stalkers do. It just another revelation. Cause he's like, and even though I know this was about 8 months ago. Even though I'm deep with this gang stalking, anti-gang, I'm anti-gang stuff. It didn't hit me that they sent him and pulled him. That mean they must have put the word out to find somebody that worked in a warehouse in the military, because he kept saying he made sure the kid. I was in the warehouse. I'm like, that's not where I got hurt. I just kept getting sick from my injuries in the 82nd, but that's not where I got hurt. That's where I finally had to leave. But hey, I'm like, first of all, why? What is that gonna do? Telling me this? You're not. I don't know what is wrong with y'all with this superstition. These people that believe in witchcraft. What do you think? Coming and telling me, mocking me. Now you're gonna get a big check because you came and told me the same thing, and I believe him. That's what it just hit me. I think that he really was hurt doing, but I didn't get hurt in the warehouse. When I was talking about the warehouse, it was just boring. But it also, all three of us, because we was working with old school civilians, because all of them was like Vietnam vets, and it's like 94, so this is 96 rather than 90. Well, no, it's about 98. So these dudes in their 60s, federal employees, old black dudes, all of them, but all of them was Vietnam vets. So they only they in their 60s, finna retire anyway. And they've been there for years. So they got two retirement checks or whatever, military and federal. They was cool. I was there, it's just like any old black man. Hey, boy, hey, all that shit. They give you a little advice, all that talk like that. But anyway, that's all I was talking about. The warehouse is like, nah, bro. See, y'all don't even listen to me. Roll the tape back. Yeah, just like now. Not my tape. Just roll it like if I wasn't even recording. Roll the tape back. You'll hear what I told you. Nothing about hurt or anything. I didn't get hurt when I would have seizures, and I did have seizures, but that was, like I said, I didn't get hurt there, and yeah, I had to go to the hospital. That's what I'm saying. That's why I had my uh medical records. Cause when I left Fort Bragg, they gave them to me when I reenlisted. They gave them to since I've been in the hospital. They gave them to me. Like that's supposed to be. But most people, if they never been hurt, there's no reason to go to the hospital and get your med. That's part of your out processing when you're either PCSing or ETSing. I was PCSing, reenlisting. So either way, go get your medical records. They give you a list. Check off this. Did you go to that? Yeah. So blah blah blah. So basically, once I got to Fort Eustis, when I get hurt, I'm carrying my records. Yeah, I got them. Because a lot of times they couldn't, the Army doctor, so they sent me to the naval base. So you got to take your medical records. They sent me to the naval base because Fort Eustis is small. The naval base is huge. Just like Fort Bragg is huge. They got the big full, just like a civilian hospital. So they had to send me to the naval base in Hampton to do a MRI or something, trying to see what the hell, why cause they could never figure out why I'm having so many seizures. And like I said, it wasn't just nothing you could fake. Cause like I said, they'd find me, in the hallway in the barracks, face first, I remember I had a big old black eye. Motherfuckers asking me, damn, that funny shit, nigga trying to be funny. Damn, what happened to you? Like, nigga, I ain't getting no fight. I'm in uniform, wearing uniform. Like, nah, I fell in the barracks, face first, on that hard. There's no carpet floors, so now I gotta walk around with a shiner, looking like I got beat up, but I had a seizure. And they plenty of times they found me. It's not nothing. You could tell a grandma. You could tell that shit. All right. So anyway, it occurred to me. He said and it hit me. I'm like, you know what? So when I left Fort Eustis, I had this and I had everything. I always had, once I started getting hurt, I'm gonna having to go to. I always had my fucking medical records. And so one for again, first thing they had told me, da da da. So when I get to Birmingham, I go straight to the, after I'm getting it, da da. So they got a, yeah, they scanned it. They scanned all this and then they gave it back to me. They scanned all this. This is my Army record, but they also got all the from all the years I was in Birmingham. I left in 2010, so they got 10 years of records from there. And now I guess here got records, from 2013. But that's what I'm saying. It wasn't. That's why I see y'all. That's why I keep telling y'all. That's why it's my label this that they should never. Because that's stupid. They did. You're like, well, you didn't think of it either. Because like I said, I was thinking about who I was supposed to think about, myself and the people, whatever around me, or I gotta take care of, so I can get better to get a better paying job. Because I was still young. I'm still young, but back then, I'm like 29 years old. So I'm like, shit, I'm supposed to, yeah, all this dumb woke shit. Y'all keep sending these bums at me. Like, I'm supposed to take care. Like, no, nigga, you supposed to be taking care of yourself. You're supposed to be thinking, I got to get better so I can get me a high paying job. Well, not a job. I wanted a fucking career. Another career. And, I was upset, like, damn, and actually, I say, I honestly thought the doctors could fix everything. I don't know. And it's like, I know there was things that they can't fix, but I'm thinking they can fix it. But the seizures I haven't had for decades, but still, at that point, I was having them all the time. That's why I didn't finish college. Not just seizures, kidney failure, all that shit. And so finally, and then me just being, I don't know if you want to call it a pack rat, I did end up just keeping, my medical records. And shit like that. But my point is, yeah, they do want to see all that. Duh. Anything. You don't have to just military. If you got hurt on a job, they want to see your medical records. They got to, but really in regular life, you got to get you got to get your records from a doctor, from the doctor you've been going to. But military, a lot of times you carry them place to hand carry. That's what it's called. Hand. You walk them to this and that. You walk them to this office, and you hand because you did that. They know that they know you gonna do it. You following orders. Yeah, yeah, such and such. I told him to take them to such and such. So I keep trying to tell you, just like I said earlier today when I was at the store, they had an old lady, no offense, seriously, they ain't got shit to do with me. The hell they got to do with me? I never ran for no office in any city. I never ran for no federal level. I never ran for Congress, nothing like that. So what the hell are y'all coming at me for? Like I'm responsible for your granny. Oh shit, that shit is. I I just noticed it. I thought maybe it was old. This is brand new. They just starting it. I guess poor y'all. I'm gonna have to get rid of y'all. Shit, I just noticed that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I'm not responsible for your granny or your daddy or your mommy or your son or whoever. Y'all have to get together. That's what I'm saying. Matter of fact, that video I made earlier today. Technically, y'all got what y'all supposed to have. Y'all helping each other. That's a big part of that. I ain't even think about it. That's another revelation. That's a big part of it. Y'all family unit helping each other. The young dude, remember I showed him? Look at the 3 videos ago from today, the early one. He's helping her. So y'all, that's the big key. Now, if you ain't got nobody, and this I'm still talking to military veterans, then you gotta do like when I did when I got cut off from everybody. You still gotta get yourself to your appointments. I would either walk, take the bus, or take the bus there and walk back because you got more time. You ain't got to rush, so you can leisurely stroll back through downtown and walk all the way through these neighborhoods in Birmingham. But you made sure you got to your appointments, or if you got to walk to the appointment, you know, you just gotta leave. If it take an hour to get there, you just gotta leave. Because more than likely it's just through the city. That's why it take an hour. It really ain't that far. You going through all these different blocks and turning and this and that. But you just got to do it. Now, if you can't, it's got to be something. Like I said, that I don't know. If your leg, seriously, I'm not being funny, your legs blown off, or you got leg problems, you was shot in your legs. I know vets who was shot in their legs, so they got vein problems. This is real talk. They got vein problems, all this type of shit. There has to be a number, something. Nowadays, get on call the 800 vet number. Seriously, I need to make my appointment. I don't know. But you talking to me? I don't work for the VA. I'm not a federal employee. I don't get paid. So like, I'm not being mean. It's like, what is wrong with? That's what I'm telling you. They're focusing on. They're putting all this energy and effort in me, and now I'm not mad or upset no more like I used to be. Now I don't even. It's not even worrisome, scary for me. I guess I'm scared for the rest of y'all. Like these people are fucking crazy. It's not even, whatever. It's really the afterlife. Like, I thought that shit had dropped. I thought maybe, but it ain't crack. But anyway, so, but it occurred to me, like I said, it's different. Everybody's life is different, and I never knew. And I wasn't being arrogant or not caring or about other veterans or other, my homies in the hood who didn't even go in the army, but they was having problems. Gotta think about it. I just the like that's why I said that's why God made it that way. He put all these people in my path. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Do it this way. As soon as you get out, make sure. And like I said, when I first got out, one of the first things I did, literally, went to town hall, made a beeline the next day before I did anything, and had them make official copies of my DD 214. And as far as there's another thing, not just the people in the army, there's the vets that I know, my family, all this and that. No, go to the VA. You got to go. That's what I'm saying. Some people don't even listen to your family, but no, I'm listening to everything everybody. No, I want money. Like I said, I know how many times I had seizures. By the year 2000, I knew, so yeah, I'm trying to get this fixed. I wanted to be a lawyer and then, getting some real estate, all that shit. But can't if you always fucking passing out every couple of days and shit, having seizure, waking up with a black eye because you done smack. Yeah, like right now, you wake up a couple of minutes later or whatever. And you could tell when you had, people like us who had grandmas, you definitely could tell, especially someone who was physically active, it feel like when each season feel like if you used to lift weight a lot or do a lot of running like these people, and then all of a sudden you stop for a couple of months and then start again, now you're real sore because you've been slacking. But even with all that training, a grand mal seizure, it feels because your whole body locks up. Every fucking muscle, so your whole body is sore like you just had a terrific ass workout after 5 months off, just slacking, no working out. Even if you stretched properly, but you went ham working out, so the next day you're sore, just like a newbie. And but all you gotta do is just keep working out every day, and yeah, you're not gonna be sore no more. But work stretching and working out, but that's how each one feels. So even if you had one at night and you wake up and you feel your body like that, you had one because it felt like you just was working out with Arnold or Lou Ferrigno or something. Push it, get it up. Whatever, you know how to weightlifters. Push it, man, push it. You try to bench press. But Yeah, so that's all I was saying. I thought I'm like, damn, it hit me like I bet a lot of y'all you ain't got, and I was just like I said, it just so happened people that was in my life. That's why I still have all this. So when they did tell me, years later, even in Birmingham, 2007 or whatever, we need some more regulars. Oh, I got them. Yeah, so I got them, but it's like they didn't have to do the file, the medical release. But even though I'm like it's downstairs, yeah, it's like it's downstairs anyway. I already went, but it's so much you got to go downstairs to that department, and then they take a couple of days and they send all this up to whatever department looking for them or send them to. Because I had them scanned. Like I said, these are from the 90s. And so all y'all, that's what I'm saying. Y'all so greedy and nasty and disgusting. That's all y'all care about. And I'm not saying, oh, why y'all don't care about me? I was hurt. No, not that. It's just I can't help you like that. Actually, I am helping you with some knowledge, but y'all don't want that. And y'all, yeah, you're mad and you're jealous and da da da. And now y'all today, he's stubborn. He's stubborn, bitch. I'm not stubborn. I am trained and you are not trained. You're a crybaby. You're weak, which is fine, but you don't have to be, whatever. Just like they drove by with that car. I used to have one like that. Y'all ain't see it. But what I mean, I never made videos. And so, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're mad, they're jealous. Like, all that is like, I'm not finna stop buying stuff or that I want to because some bum or some vet don't want to go to the hospital, or that mean if he don't want to go, there's nothing wrong with him. Or maybe he needs to be involuntary locked up because there's something wrong with him, and he don't want to go get help. So that's not on me either. So either way, it's not on me. Giving him a check ain't gonna make things better. There's nothing else will say. You can't fuck with me. Anything you say, I'ma shut you down. And there's nothing you because your whole program is nothing about being crybaby, whiners, thieves, and liars. Evil, basically, yeah, evil in a nutshell. So there's nothing. And then the good thing, y'all are so stupid. Y'all want to be the good guys, and so they trained all y'all dumbass trained Marxists. We're trained Marxists. They trained y'all to try to act like y'all are good guys. So you're gonna try to argue with me, and there's nothing you can say. And it's not that I'm just so right. It's just literally y'all are going against all human history about being a good person. Y'all are just like the evilest pieces of shit in history. And so everything y'all say trying to be the good guys, all y'all do is just gonna pull up some homeless or some disabled fat black chick in one of those power wheelchairs, not power wheel, hover around, and we're supposed, oh yeah, oh we're wrong, oh no, like bitch you stupid. This bitch can't even fit in a fucking airplane, a C-130, much less jumped out of an airplane to protect all of us. And that's how I go before this country was founded. That's how it was in the Old Testament Bible. And I was like, that's jumping out of the air. Nah, you bitch, you know what I'm talking about, being a warrior. It's like, no, I'm not saying this is just, and also, like I said, if she got hurt on a job, that's between her and whoever she was working for. That ain't got nothing to do with all the rest of us. If somehow your company has screwed you over, you need to be calling them 1-800 lawyers on TV. Heard at work? Yeah, you need to get some information from them. Talk to them. Don't pull up on me. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to do. You and your whole family in your raggedy ass car. Y'all need to be calling one of them injured on the job lawyers. Not gang stalking me. Well, anyway, that's about it. So I'm up out of here.